Yo, what's up, guys? We got a huge slate of NFL games today. We got NFL Sunday wildcard round, Bills, Jags, 49ers, Eagles in the afternoon, and then to cap us off, Chargers at Patriots. This is going to be absolutely insane. We just coming off our Saturday where we hit Panthers to cover the spread. The spread was 10.5 for whatever reason, so Panthers easily covered that. That one was green. And then this Bears was a sweat, but the Bears got the job done for us. So we're 2-0 right now on our against the spread picks. We're going to run it back, guys. We're going to run it back. We got 3 great games here, and I'm dropping those plays. If you want to get it for free, make sure you're joining the Winnable. It's winnable.com/BAM. All you have to do is click the link in the description, and you'll get all of my free plays. And like I said, guys, all 3 of these I'm dropping plays for. Make sure you're tapped into the Winnable. Now, before I keep moving any further, the reason I'm on here is to tell you guys the best picks. The reason I'm on this video is to help you guys make more money watching sports today. And I cannot do that without explaining to you guys how you can get $75 basically for free. Because Underdog Fantasy is doing a ridiculous deal right now where you literally, all you got to do is go on their app, sign up, and play $5. You will get $75 in return. That is a 15x ROI. I don't really care how many parlays you hit today. You're not matching a 15x ROI. So make sure you get on Underdog, sign up with code BAM. Once you guys go ahead and do that, you will be eligible for this. Play $5, get $75. And guys, we just got to talk about the games today because let me know in the comments, by the way. I see a lot of people commenting on the other channels about what they, which plays they think are going to win. Make sure you guys are commenting. Let me know. Do you think the Patriots are going all the way because they look strong? Do you think the Chargers might upset them right here? Because so far, we've had 2 games where the favorite has actually won, but it actually was not as convincing as most people thought, right? The Packers had the lead the whole time. They ended up losing. The Bears were the favorite. They ended up winning. The Panthers actually had the 75% chance of winning when they were up by 4 points with 3 minutes to go in the game, and they ended up selling, and the Rams ended up winning. So 2 times where the expected result has happened, but not in the expected way. And guys, I'm just going to say, I think that might be a theme for this playoffs. The expected result is going to happen. The stronger team is probably going to come out on top, but it's not going to be in the way you think. Now, let's move into the plays. Make sure you guys have already signed up on Underdog. I just gave you enough time to do that. Underdog, with code BAM, play $5, get $75. Make sure you're looking out for that trend, by the way, too. Now, let's hop into our first play of the day. We're going over to the Bills and the Jaguars. So Bills are the away team here. It's going to be in Jacksonville, which means this is going to be a very good weather game. If we look up, it is actually perfect weather out in Jacksonville. You've got 40 to 60 degrees, no precipitation. This is prime football weather. And Josh Allen right here, we like him to go on the over on the passing yards. So the line is at 230 yards. This is a great line for Allen. If you look at the head-to-head, he hit this last time they played. He got 263 yards. That was back when the Jaguars were bad, to be fair. The Jaguars have looked elite this season, but their passing defense is still not where they hang their hat. They really hang their hat on the rushing side. Their passing defense, surprising to many people, is a bottom 10 passing defense in the NFL, which it's not a bad defense, but bottom 10, that's the kind of thing that Josh Allen can go ahead and take advantage of. And we know how this Bills team is going to play, right? They've got James Cook, who's a good running back. Their offensive line is solid. But the one thing the Buffalo Bills have in this playoffs that no other team does is a tier 1 quarterback, right? The tier 1 quarterbacks, Mahomes, Allen, and Lamar. Mahomes and Lamar, they're not in the playoffs. Josh Allen is the only tier 1 quarterback in the playoffs. You can argue with a brick wall. No other quarterback in the playoffs is anywhere near the level of Josh Allen. You guys just watch football if you don't agree with that statement. It's not crazy to say. So, knowing that, we got to think, how are the Bills going to go ahead and take advantage of this game, right? How are they going to take this game by the scruff of the neck and actually win? They're going to use a quarterback battle strategy. Josh Allen is going to be the one to push this team forward. Josh Allen is going to have the ball in his hands a ton like he always does. And right here, the line at 231, it's too low because we need to look at the last few games, right? The times when this actually is red, right? When times when Josh Allen doesn't hit is, let's look at it. A game against the Browns, he only had 130 passing yards. They went a lot on the rushing side of the ball because the Browns have a top 3 passing defense. Here, a game against the Steelers, they didn't really need to pass the ball that much because they won by 20 points. They ran the ball a ton because the Steelers are not that good of a football team. But if we look at the games when Josh Allen has had to take it on himself, it was against Kansas City. That was a very close game. Bills won by a touchdown. Josh Allen versus Mahomes. Josh Allen had the ball a ton. Mahomes had the ball a ton. Josh Allen went on the over at 270 yards. We look at it again. Josh Allen, 44-32 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that looked really good in November, mind you. I know they're not a playoff team now, but back in November, the Bucs were very solid. Josh Allen had to, take it on himself. 317 yards. He delivered. Once again, against Houston, this was a close loss. The Texans were on fire to end the season. Josh Allen still went over. 253 yards against a top 6 defense. Now you're telling me he's going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is by far and away the best player on the field. Both sides of the ball, both teams, I don't care. Josh Allen's the best player on the field. You're telling me the Bills are not going to put the load on his shoulders. He's not going to accept the load on his shoulders. You're crazy. Josh Allen on the over at 231.5 is our first play of the day. We're done with the 1 o'clock game. Moving into the afternoon game, we got 2 plays. And we're starting it off with A.J. Brown on the over at 23.5 longest reception. So if he has a catch for 24 yards or longer in this game, we green out this play. All we need is 1 catch, right? That's why I love these props in particular. Because if we look at the last 5 games, A.J. Brown has done exactly that. He hit against Philly, hit against Washington, or not Philly, hit against Buffalo. I was looking at Bills. Hit against the Bills, hit against the Commanders, Raiders, Chargers, and then against the Bears. He has not missed this. The last time he missed this play was against Dallas in November, right? A.J. Brown has been absolutely on lock with this, and it's worth looking at the team target share. He gets 26% of the targets, right? That is by far and away a huge portion. Obviously, Devontae Smith is right up there too, but A.J. Brown in the past has been more of just an out route guy. That's the way the Eagles use him. They don't really use him too much downfield. They save Devontae Smith for those deep shots. This year, it's different, guys. I'm just telling you. If you watch the Eagles, see how they play, their coaching staff, this year it's different. They're using A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith in almost exactly the same way, which is interesting because they're not the same player, right? A.J. Brown's significantly bigger than them, than Smith. But to me, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter to me because of this exact prop, 23.5 longest reception. It's too easy for A.J. Brown, right? This should not be this low. And he's hit it in 5 straight games. Once again, we got to look at the matchup. It's the 49ers. I'm going to say that one more time. It's the 49ers, guys. This is one of the most injured defenses in all of football. We just saw the Seahawks cook them in a 13-3 performance. The Seahawks, honestly, could have scored way more if they wanted to. I'm just going to say that. 13-3 is what happened last time this Niners team played, right? It wasn't good. Now, you're telling me that they are going to stop A.J. Brown. No, you're crazy. A.J. Brown on the over at 23.5 longest receptions. But now we're taking someone on the other side of the ball. It's Christian McCaffrey, guys. Christian McCaffrey to get a touchdown, you better add it to every single parlay you're making today because there is not a single world where this man does not find the end zone. The reason he didn't score against the Seahawks is because they were a top 2 defense. The Seahawks are basically the OKC of the NFL right now, right? They can't be stopped. Or I mean, you can't really get past them, I guess I'll just say. Their defense is ridiculous. The 49ers only scored 3 points. But every other time McCaffrey has hit this line, it is insane. Hit against the Bears, Colts, Titans, Browns, Panthers, and Cardinals. That was in a row, by the way. He didn't miss a game when hitting that streak. Now you're telling me he's going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, who are a middle-of-the-road defense, quite honestly. Very middle-of-the-road defense. When it comes to overall, they're very solid. When it comes to specifically against running backs, which what matters here, they're actually closer to the bottom side of things. McCaffrey's going to find the end zone. And this isn't exactly a pick 'em. It's going to lower your odds a little bit. but it's going to give you a bigger payout. So just take McCaffrey to get a touchdown. Now, before we get into last play, which is this Chargers-Patriots, I want to go ahead and make sure one more time you're taking your Drake May special. So it's not just a play 5 get 75. There's a Drake May special in there too. Drake May to get 1 yard. Only when you sign up on Underdog with code BAM. Underdog with code BAM. Make sure you got that down. And now let's move into play number 4. It's Justin Herbert. So Justin Herbert at 1 interception is actually where we're taking him. So Herbo's not been good this season when it comes to throwing picks. He's thrown 9 interceptions in the last 10 games, hitting this at an 80% clip. And on the season, he's hitting it at a 70% clip to just throw 1 interception, right? And we look at this Patriots defense. They're around middle of the road, right? They're not the Texans when it comes to a passing defense. They're not exactly the Broncos either. But middle of the road is good enough to get the job done. Justin Herbert has thrown picks against the Raiders, against the Titans, against the Vikings. Justin Herbert can really throw a pick against any defense. It doesn't have to be an elite defense. And the Patriots are middle of the road here. This one just makes too much sense. We also have to think about the game script. Patriots are by far and away the favorites here. They will likely be leading by quite a bit in this game. So what's going to happen? Justin Herbert's going to have to throw the ball. If you want more, evidence of what that means, I literally just talked about this in last night's video with the Bryce Young and the Panthers. I said, well, the Rams are probably going to be leading. They were leading. They were leading 14-0 at one point, and the Panthers are going to have to throw the ball. The Panthers did do exactly that. They threw the ball. Bryce Young got 40 passing attempts, 21 completions, and he got an interception, he got a touchdown, he got 260 yards, right? So the point is, when one team goes up by a ton, the other team's quarterback forced to pass. You could take their yards, you could take their interceptions, you could take their touchdowns. They're forced to pass. They're going to get a bunch of passing attempts out there, and one of them is going to land in the arms of a defender. Now, Justin Herbert's got an interception. That's the last play we got. Showing you guys one more time our full slip. It's McCaffrey to get a touchdown. It's Josh Allen over 230 passing yards. Justin Herbert to throw an interception. And then A.J. Brown over 23.5 yards on his longest reception. That's all I got for the video. One more time, Underdog, play 5, get 75 when you use code BAM. And let's go 4 for 4.